Dear students, welcome to the physics class. Today we will discuss electric field intensity due to a uniformly charged ring. Okay, now suppose this is our uniformly charged ring having center O and radius A, and Q charge is distributed uniformly over its circumference. And we have to find out the electric field intensity at point P, which is along the axis of the ring and x distance apart from the center of the ring. Again, consider a small element AB on the ring which have small charge element delta Q. Then the electric field intensity at point P due to this small charge element delta Q will be delta E. Now resolve this into two components. We get delta E cos theta along the axis of the ring and delta E sin theta which is perpendicular to the ring. Okay, now consider a diametrically opposite element. Okay, diametrically opposite element which have small charge element, same small charge element delta Q. Then the electric field intensity at point P due to this small charge element delta Q will be delta E. Again resolve this delta E into two components. You get delta E cos theta along the axis of the ring and delta E sin theta which is perpendicular to the ring. Then delta E sin theta component cancel out each other, and delta E cos theta component combinedly give the electric field intensity at point P. As ring can be considered, okay, as ring can be considered to be made up of a large number of pairs of diametrically opposite elements, and for every pair delta E sin theta component cancel out each other and delta E cos theta components combine each other and gives the resultant electric field intensity at point P. Okay, so the electric field intensity at point P due to the whole ring will be summation of delta E cos theta. Okay, delta E sin theta component cancel out. So we have the resultant electric field intensity at point P will be summation of delta E cos theta. Now put the value of delta E 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught delta Q upon R square. Now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught cos theta upon R square, take this outside, we have summation delta Q. Now if we sum all the small charge element on the ring, we get the total charge Q. Okay, summation delta Q gives Q, the whole charge, the total charge on the ring. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. Now cos theta. In this triangle, cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, that is x upon R. So we have 1.4 pi epsilon naught qx upon R Q. Now in this triangle, we can write R as root a square plus x square. Okay, in this triangle we can write R is equal to root a square plus x square by using the formula hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. We will get R is equal to root a square plus x square, or R is equal to a square plus x square to the power 1 by 2. Okay, we can write root as 1 by 2 power. So R will be a square plus x square to the power 1 by 2. When we put the value of R, we get a square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Okay, we will get the net electric field intensity at point P E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught qx upon a square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Now, case number 1. At the center of the ring, if we want to find out if we want to find out the electric field intensity at the center of the ring, then we will put x is equal to 0 in this. Then when we put x is equal to 0, the whole becomes 0. Okay, E is equal to 0. Now case number 2, when point P lies far off from the ring, if we want to find out the electric field intensity at point P, but here P lies far off from the ring, then the value of x is very much greater than A. Okay, when P is far off from the ring, then the x will be greater than A. Okay, x will be much greater than A. That means ignore A. In this formula, we get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught qx upon x square to the power 3 by 2. 2 cancel out each other gives qx upon x cube. Then x cancel out each other, we get q upon x square. Okay, E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon x square. Okay, very easy. Now case number 3. For maximum value of electric field, if we want to find out in which place we will get the maximum value of electric field on the ring, on the axis of the ring, we will do d by dx of E is equal to 0. Okay, for that point in which the value of electric field maximum, d by dx of E will be 0, must be 0. Okay, by using maximum minimum. Okay, now d by dx of, put the value of E, we get this. Now take constant outside, q upon 4 pi epsilon naught are constant terms, then we get d by dx of x into a square plus x square to the power minus 3 by 2. So we have to differentiate two terms. X is one term and a square plus x square to the power minus 3 by 2 is second term. Then we apply a formula. Okay, first term into differentiation of second term plus second term into differentiation of first term. Okay, we use this formula. Then d by dx of x is equal to 1, so we get this only, and x. Now d by dx of a square plus x square to the power minus 3 by 2. At first take the power here, minus 3 by 2 comes here, minus 3 by 2. We get a square plus x square to the power minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay, minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Now again differentiate x square. Then we will get 2 into x. Okay, again see d by dx of a square plus x square to the power minus 3 by 2. First we will differentiate power. Okay, take this power here and write this, and again in power minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay, power becomes minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Now again differentiate d by dx of x square, then we get 2 into x. Now 2 term cancel out each other. Now in here the multiplication of q upon 4 pi epsilon naught and the whole and this term 0, but this term is not 0. Okay, in this line the multiplication of two things is 0, but we know that this is not 0. That means this term must be 0. Okay, this term must be 0. Now in this term take a square plus x square to the power minus 5 by 2 common, we get a square plus x square minus 3x square. Okay, in this term which must be 0, take a square plus x square to the power minus 5 by 2 common, we will get a square plus x square minus 3x square. Now again this term can't be 0, so take this term 0, this term must be 0. Okay, the multiplication of two terms comes 0, and if this is not 0, that means this term must be 0. That is a square, x square minus 3x square is equal to minus 2x square is equal to 0. Now from this we get x is equal to plus minus a upon root 2. Okay, x is equal to plus minus a upon root 2. That means at the distance of a upon root 2 in either side, okay, right side or left side of the ring, we get the maximum value of electric field. Okay, at the distance of a upon root 2 on the either side of the ring, we will get the maximum value of electric field. Okay, so This derivation is done. Thanks for watching.